This is 46-year-old Clifford Burns, who 51 minutes prior to this moment drove up to his estranged wife's house in Warren County. Once he got there, he forced his way inside and attacked both his wife and his stepdaughter with a 17-inch tactical hunting knife. 22-year-old Megan Jenkins suffered serious injuries to her left arm but managed to survive. 42-year-old Patricia Burns wasn't so lucky. She was stabbed 5 times in the torso and pronounced dead the moment she arrived at the hospital. 7 minutes later, Clifford Burns showed up at the Warren County Police Station to hand himself in.
That's a big-ass knife.
My glasses on, all right?
I know my rights and everything. You don't have to even read it. Just give me my charges. I'm pleading not guilty, and I want to be put in a cell.
You have the right to remain silent. So I'll sign your name right there.
What the fuck?
My name's nothing.
Okay.
When this broad can do this on Christmas, fuck me in the ass like this, it was my last straw. I'd rather live in prison.
Over the next 5 hours, 13 minutes, and 42 seconds, Clifford Burns will achieve something quite remarkable, which is the fact he somehow manages to employ every single ego defense mechanism known in psychodynamic literature. He will essentially blame everyone and everything on his current situation, apart from himself, and in the process, shut down critical parts of his own defense that he will later attempt to use in court.
Okay, so...
Do you know when a woman snaps you and keeps your kids away from you? What it does to a man? That you work and pay for your kids your whole fucking life?
Cliff had 2 daughters with the woman he just murdered, a 15 and 16-year-old. One was out shopping during the attack, while the other witnessed the attack and called 911. Cliff will bring them up a lot to say how much he loves them, but
I'm confused. Didn't he try to stab him? Or was that someone else?
It's important to note they were both absolutely terrified of him. He was abusive to everyone in his family, and his biological daughters were no exception. They hadn't seen him in over a year up to this date, and essentially wanted nothing to do with him.
Then the Bacchus brothers rigged the charges when the fucking guy goes over and shoots my old lady's house up and beats the fuck out of her, and he gets misdemeanors, you cocksuckers. Fuck you, motherfucker.
He was talking about his kids 12 seconds ago, and now out of absolutely nowhere, he's going off on whoever the Bacchus brothers are. So here's the context. Patricia was married to Cliff for 15 years. She left him in 2010 after suffering non-stop domestic abuse. 2 months later, she started dating a firefighter named Ted Bacchus. The two fell in love, but argued a lot, and one of the arguments led to Ted firing 1 round from his gun into the ceiling of Patricia's bedroom. Patricia then tried forcing him out of the house, at which point Ted...
Dude, what is wrong with people? Like, just don't date people, man. Like, if that's how you react, like, why? There's so many people who, like, react to shit like this and be, like, fucking, just stop. God.
Pushed her into the kitchen counter and then onto the floor, causing her to hit the back of her head. Ted then left, and Patricia went to the emergency room where she was treated for bruising to the head and lower back. She reported the incident.
I'm not blaming her. I'm talking about the dudes. I'm not talking about her at all. I'm saying, why are the dudes even trying to, like, be with someone when all they do is just get angry and yell at them and hit them? Like, it doesn't make sense to... I'm not talking about her at all. It's not her fault in the slightest.
And Ted pleaded guilty in exchange for 6 misdemeanors, which caused some controversy, as many thought the charges were too lenient, and there was speculation that he was given special treatment because he had 2 brothers in the local police force at the time. It's quite the story, and Cliff will cling on to this story for dear life. He will claim it's the reason he explodes into these uncontrollable rages at the mere thought of Ted Bacchus. Yet as this video plays out, you'll start noticing the true source of the animosity, which, as many of you will have already guessed, is jealousy. He will give himself away.
It's never a dude's fault. I literally just said it was their fault. What? Or are you just saying in their eyes? Are you saying in their eyes it's not their fault? Because that is true. In their eyes, it isn't their fault. People be crazy over love. Really? You're gonna hit me with the people be crazy over love in a situation like this? Come on. Yeah, it's more like people be mentally unstable.
on this element multiple times without realizing. He'll also initiate this item of subject matter in the most random and creative ways that at times will make what he's talking about virtually incomprehensible. So we've had to create
airplanes in the night sky, like shooting stars.
I use this to remind myself how old I'm getting. 19 months. Dear God. You're getting close to 2 years, Anthony. You're old. You're old.
This notification for the more disorienting moments he brings it up.
You know what happened up there. All misdemeanors, 9 of them, when he shot the house up with an unregistered handgun. Do you know who Teddy Backus is? If I ever could get my hands on him, I'd fucking kill him. I'm a fucking man in every aspect, motherfucking the fucking game. I gotta reframe myself, because I can't even take it no more.
The two officers aren't the interrogator.
Dude, it's literally a child. Like, it's a man-child, dude. There's so many man-children out there who are so obsessed with the idea of being manly that they just turn into a baby. I am a man! I'm a big, strong man! We're like, what?
Gators. They're just watching Cliff so he doesn't hurt himself or damage property. The actual interrogator will arrive shortly.
You know what it is? I love the broad. She took everything from me. My lawyer called me today and said I'm going to jail for a violation of not paying child support.
Based on the information of this violation, he was facing somewhere between 3 to 15 days in jail.
Paid his cunt $250 a fucking week. I lost everything. My fucking business, all my vehicles, and my fucking house. I'm whittled up to a $600 apartment while this cunt runs around with my fucking money.
His freelance business had been on the decline for the last 5 years, which is the actual reason for everything he just mentioned.
The Backus brothers rigged his charges, and this is what I heard because I know everybody in the town.
The Backus brothers, man.
The man that built the fucking town hall told me he was going to lose his his hunting license, so they didn't give him felonies. You did that shit down in Albany, you still wouldn't be out of jail today. They would have fucked you up. This is the Wild West, man, and I'm a wild motherfucker, ain't I now?
In the more common circumstance, when someone is facing the inevitability of spending the next several decades in prison, the more grandiose elements of their character tend to dissipate. The nature of their situation rapidly sets in the feelings of anguish and despair, leaving not much room for anything else. Least of all, the more extravagant or perhaps fraudulent aspects to one's character. Cliff is very much an exception. He clings on to a particular aspect of his personality that we can only describe as Rambo Cliff. The second concept so regurgitated that it literally needs its own notification. The moniker is inspired by a well-known franchise centered around a highly capable special forces operator, and it was chosen to encapsulate Cliff's varied attempts to appear tough and intimidating. This ranges from his deadly skills at unarmed combat to his proficiency with a firearm and operational effectiveness in the mountainous regions of the United States.
I'm a wild motherfucker.
You would have loved to have a motherfucker like me in Iraq, wouldn't you? Because I'd gut them fucking towel heads.
It's worth noting that Cliff never served a single day in the military. He also had no training whatsoever in combat sports or martial arts, unless you count the
Alright. That's a nice pose. But alright, I was not expecting that to happen. Sheesh. Here comes the racism.
Up variation of kung fu he demonstrates throughout this interrogation. Then by the end of the night, he'll have acquired approximately 3.5 minutes of experience.
I love this country, and it fucking did me wrong. Fucking wrong! I'm gonna tell you what listening is. Bring the Backus in, brothers, and I'll fight them one-on-one with one fucking hand. I'll break both their fucking jaws right off them.
I believe it.
Do you believe me, motherfucker?
I can see you're very passionate.
There it is, white power.
Oh my God! Did he literally just say what? Oh my God! What was he showing? Was he showing us his belly? Like what?
Fight him one-on-one with one fucking hand. I'll break both their fucking jaws.
One-on-one, man. I'll fucking
Do you believe me, motherfucker?
I can see you're very passionate.
You want to see? There it is, white power. That's what I believe in. The Irish.
Oh wait, did he have a swastika? Oh, it must have been like a swastika. A white power tattoo or something. Yeah, okay. Never. I thought he was showing his abs. I genuinely thought he was showing his abs. I thought he's just like, yeah, you see this? You see these fucking abs, man. You see these fucking abs, dude.
You guys, you deal with weapons every day. I had AK-47s, AR-15s at my disposal. I could have made this a war. You want to know where my mindset was? Take her out, spray paint the building, let's play Bacchus, boys, and take him in the mountains. You would have to drop a fucking platoon in for me. A platoon, brothers. I kept the war. I came here and did the right thing. I turned myself in. I'll go to prison. Listen,
now for the next trick, try to get him to read one sentence out of a book.
Victoria fucking Secrets and they're fucking 15. Abercrombie, Nikes, American Eagle. Sure. What do you fucking think I don't know the names? You know how fucked up I am right now? Because I love my wife and I love my kids and I did right by that bitch. I met her in a strip club. Next thing I know, this cocksucker, I'm traveling in this unit every day. 2-hour fucking commute and he's fucking my wife. Hell of a choice in men. The fucking scumbag living above an apartment, paying $400 a fucking month to live above a bar room with a fucking beat up pickup truck. I make $100,000 a fucking year. I'm a pro tree climber.
He's a pro tree climber.
What the fuck is that?
A pro tree climber is apparently another word for a tree surgeon.
Coming home, fucking her in my bed. I had 10,000.
A tree? I'm still confused. A tree surgeon? I still don't know what that is. What is a professional tree climber? Is it like the dudes who climb the trees to like cut the branches? Like, I don't fucking know.
Brand new furniture I gave the fucking cunt. What more do you want? How much you want to kick the fucking thing? She bought a cigarette on me every day. It's Christmas, my third Christmas alone, third fucking Thanksgiving. Well now, motherfucker, it's time to party.
Cliff's future defense will go for a manslaughter charge, relying on the notion that he had a psychotic
Did he make a one-liner? Did he literally just make a one-liner?
break that upon hearing of the arrest warrant, thought he would never see his daughters again because of it, at which moment he lost all control of his own judgment and decision-making, resulting in the terrible actions that followed. But he just spoke about grievances that stem back to over 3 years ago. He's giving away evidence to suggest that the attack was influenced by revenge and retaliation, not just by a singular moment of madness stemming from his undying love as a father.
Listen, you lucky I'm in my right mind because I was going to have a shootout with you. But I did it the right way. I handled it like a man, so thank you.
Thank you.
No, that's right. I'm pretty goddamn good. I could drop a 30-round mag and fucking... I don't even want to tell you the time. I'll pop the other one and take them again. I know what time it is. An unregistered fucking handgun in an apartment complex. If that dude was here, I'd try to crack him. Right? You know what time it is. And she said he wanted to marry her. Knew her for fucking 6 months.
What the fuck is this guy on,
15 years in. And 2 beautiful children. And here's the kicker with the stripper.
Cliff spends the next 4.5 minutes explaining his unequivocal superiority to Ted Bacchus. Once the tirade is over, he finally calms down.
I just realized they both have really shiny heads.
I was in Hadley, right on the border, and I bought the house on Luzerne, we're remodeling it. The whole house lights up.
The designated criminal investigator will now enter the room to conduct the interrogation. The timing seems almost perfect, as Cliff appears to be compliant for the first time.
Doug David, sir. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Burns Clifford R.
Oh, Clifford, nice to meet you, sir.
You know, you guys, this is... I don't want to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Doesn't want to be disrespectful, spends the whole time talking about how fucking strong he is, man.
What's on my mind's the Bacchus brothers and your fucking corrupt charges that were rigged.
The interrogator, Detective Doug David, will come to have a rather complicated relationship with Burns Clifford R. From Doug's perspective, it's Christmas Eve. He doesn't want to be sitting in a police station going back and forth with a psycho murderer. He wants to get in, get the suspect's account of what happened, then get out. But unfortunately for him, Cliff has other plans for their Christmas Eve together.
He went over and shot my wife's house up at the fucking... That means felonies across the board.
Okay. I'm just arriving here, so I'm not quite sure what transpired this evening, and would like to just try to find out a little bit of...
What transpired is a man's been pushed to the edge. What fucking place calls you up today on Christmas Eve telling him you're putting a warrant out for his arrest if he didn't pay his child support? That fat fucking cunt Barb next door in the fucking support collection unit.
If Teddy Bacchus is the love rival in Cliff's comic book-inspired perception of reality, then Barb, from Support Collection, is most definitely the arch-nemesis. And also our third topic of discussion that requires its own notification. Barb's occupation is handling child support payments, which includes following up with the debtors when they don't